Welcome to PSM Sensei. Today we are going to talk about a very important topic for your NEET exam, Biomedical Waste Management, with special emphasis on management of waste during COVID pandemic. Before I explain to you how to segregate waste, I want you to watch this short clip. If you think that COVID-19 has led to a catastrophe to only humanity, think again. Our planet was already at stake even before the COVID outbreak. Waste has accumulated more than you can imagine. As much as 30 million tons of plastic goes into the ocean every year, and the figures keep rising as countries around the world confront coronavirus. So today we are going to learn about biomedical waste management, and we are going to memorize it by a simple technique called the Flashcard Technique using pictograms. So biomedical waste management guidelines was given during 2016 and the amendments were made in 2017 to 2018. The Ministry of Forest and Environment is responsible for biomedical waste management guidelines. Now, in biomedical waste management, there are 4 categories. One is yellow, the other is red, and third is blue, and fourth one is the white. So to learn this, always remember, learn it from the group which has the minority, and then go towards the category which has the majority items. Now this will give you an easy way of learning. It's very easy. Think about like this. If you know what's there in white, blue and red, whatever is not there in all those 3 will go into the yellow category. Now coming to the first category, that is white. All objects that are placed in the white category are put in a puncture-proof container. That itself is enough to understand what goes into the white category. Sharps, blades, needles, the scalpels, which can puncture if put in a simple bag, has to be put in the white puncture-proof container. So the method of disposing the items in the white category is by autoclaving or by dry heat sterilization. This is followed by shredding. Now we come to the blue category. The items disposed in blue are: one is glass and the other is metallic body implants. This was a recent MCQ in AIMS. How is a cardiac pacemaker disposed? It's disposed in the blue category. Now the method of disposal for items in blue are by disinfection, using sodium hypochlorite, or by using autoclave or microwaving or hydroclaving. Next we have the red category. In this one we have mainly plastics, rubber and tubes. To remember this, just remember your internship days when your PG called you in the morning and said there's a patient on bed number 6 with a catheter and having an IV line with an IV bottle connected to him, and he's told you to take some samples. So the first thing you're going to do is to put some gloves and take the vacutainer and take the syringe and take a sample. So in this picture you can find what all will be put in the red tube, the red category. One is the IV bottle, the other one is the IV line, the inside without the needle, the syringe without the needle, the vacuum, your gloves, your urine bag, and of course the catheter. So whatever is plastic, rubber, and the tubes will go into the red category. Now the method of disposal of the items in the red category is mainly by autoclaving, microwaving, or hydroclaving, which is followed by shredding. Always remember, no item in the red category will have incineration as the method of disposal. This is one of the MCQs. So we come to the last category, that is yellow. Whatever goes into blue, red, and white does not go into the yellow group. Remember these words: yellow, yellow, dirty fellow, with a dirty animal, like a dirty dog, putting dirty dressings on the bed. So this basically sums up what is there in the yellow category. Now, as you can see, the nurse has come and seen this weird scenario and has become infuriated by seeing this dirty place. And what is he going to do? He's going to get mad. And the first thing he's going to do is just burn everything. That means all of this will go into incineration as the method of disposal. Now, there might be some PHCs, those kind of situations where an incinerator is not available. So, in those kind of situations only, you are allowed to have a different mechanism of disposal, that is deep burial. I just want to summarize what all goes into the yellow category. One is your human waste, which includes the appendix, the placenta. Then you have the animal waste, which may be generated through research studies. Then you have your dressings, and of course the bed linen. And the nurse is wearing a mask. Rest of the items can be summarized by using B, C, D. B stands for biotechnological and microbiological waste. C for chemical waste. And D for discarded medicines. So to summarize, in the white category, we have the sharps, which are disposed by autoclaving or dry heat sterilization. In the blue category, we have the glass and the implants, which are disposed by sodium hypochlorite or autoclaving, microwaving, or hydroclaving. In the red category, we have the plastics, rubber, and the tubes. Never incinerate them. You only do autoclaving, microwaving, and hydroclaving, followed by shredding. Well, in the yellow group, you have all the dirty items. You incinerate them, or in a place like PHC where you don't have an incinerator, you use deep burial. Now let's look at some commonly asked questions. The bags that are used for disposing are always non-chlorinated. Now why is that? When we incinerate these bags, the chlorine will generate dioxins, which are proven to be carcinogenic. So no longer we use chlorinated bags. There is a phased manner to remove all chlorinated bags from hospitals and use only non-chlorinated bags. The next question is, where does an empty blood bag go? Now, when you look at the question, you'll see blood and you'll think it's red, so it should go into the red bag. But no, a blood bag will always go into the yellow category. Next question, what about an unopened vial? We all know an open vial will go into the blue category, but in this case it's an unopened vial which is discarded. So hence it should go into the yellow category. Now what about waste generated during COVID-19? That can be categorized into two categories. One is waste generated when you're in the hospital, and another category when you're not in the hospital and you are in the quarantine camp. So in the hospital, you'll follow the same biomedical waste management guidelines, but there are certain changes that you should remember. We always use a double bag, and we label the waste that is collected from the COVID ward as COVID-19 waste. All the inner and outer surface of bins, trolleys which carry the COVID-19 waste will be treated with 1% sodium hypochlorite. What happens in the quarantine camp? In the quarantine camp, if there's any waste that has come contact with the blood of the COVID-19 patient, will go into the yellow category. But if there's general waste, it should be never mixed with the yellow category waste. Now, for each quarantine camp, there will be a nodal officer in charge for collecting the waste. Now let's use the flashcard technique to memorize this. For that, I want you to take a screenshot of these images and keep it in your gallery, and every 3 days try to recollect it. Or you could download an app called Anki and paste these last images in it. That's all to learn in biomedical waste management. So before we finish, let's see what COVID waste has done to the animals of our planet. Waste has not even spared the animals. This is a peregrine falcon in Yorkshire that has thought that a mask is its food. Look at the seagull that is found in Britain. The mask has entangled its legs and it's been difficult for it to walk. If you're thinking this is happening only outside India, please think again. Here's a dog in Coimbatore, Tamil Nadu, carrying the scrubs that it found on the streets. These are dogs in Vijayawada, Andhra Pradesh, fighting for a mask. Obviously, it's not for them to wear. Please understand, what plastic does is it gets into the throat of these poor animals, choking them and some even starving to death. Please be responsible, my friends. Thank you and have a good day.